What's up, y'all? It's Ron from the 650, and this is the 6-5 show. We got Mr. Town Business himself, Ian Kelly, in the virtual building. How you living, man?
Man, I'm living great, feeling great, loving that we're about to have this conversation, man.
Yes, yes, real art, real art. So while we're here, let's get straight into it, man. Uh, Last November, I posted a freestyle that you bodied on Sway in the Morning.
This shit is deeper than rap, so we level up every score without having to pay the refs. Every bar spit just a rep like a manager for a check. We on the motion. Somebody found Sway and told him get this kid from Oakland. But it's grown man business where we got these things now rolling. Forrest Gump effect. The beat running, nigga, I keep going. I keep looking at this town, trying to take back what's stolen. I can see the silver lining, though my chain of thought is.
You got this line. He said, "Somebody call Sway and tell him get this kid from Oakland." I think personally, you're the best rapper out here in the Bay. But do you feel like there's like a lack of lyrical mainstream representation from the region?
Um, to be honest, from the region, I feel like it started to grow a little bit when I look at the lyrical mainstream. When you look at like the Simbas, the Russells, the Rex Life Rise, I think it had been a minute since we kind of got highlighted in that regard. So I want to say it's actually starting to turn the corner a little bit. I'm kind of hearing and seeing that a little bit more. Look at the Overcast too, doing this thing. So yeah.
Okay, okay. You think you helping that light? You think you helping that conversation spur?
Yeah, I think I definitely helped that light. I got them my name in the hat. I know the way I go about what I do, I feel like people are starting to recognize and people are acknowledging more. So it's a good feeling. So yeah, I throw my name in the hat.
Definitely, definitely. I think yeah, I 100% agree. You don't waste a lot of bars, you know. In fact, there's like this a lot of double rhyme and like alliteration like comb throughout the verses in the whole project that you call art. Do you try to make it a point to like flex a little bit and let the people know what you got going on?
No lie, bro. There was a time period where I did, but where I'm at with it now, and I say this ironically, the project being called art, I like to put the paint where it ain't. I try to now look at rapping like a canvas versus like lines on a paper. And whenever I see the words kind of like a canvas, it allows me to kind of play with them a little bit more versus being just kind of super too structured in my head, and then you lose sight of the feeling.
Mm. Okay, so as the lyrics come to you and as lyrical as you are, do you kind of like battle with overthinking sometimes and like, oh, this is too lyrical, or oh, this might go over their heads, or I'm just gonna, like you said, put the paint where it ain't.
I'm not gonna lie. There've been times where I've overthought something, but I think that I overthink it when I start thinking overly about the concept.
Mm.
I get heavy into that when I get in my songwriting bag, where I'm like, okay, how do I want to give people this creative picture? But then sometimes you can overthink that. It's like, well, sometimes you gonna say something that you didn't even think was gonna stick, and that's gonna be the line that people are gonna keep on repeating. So just go ahead and get it off. That's why I like to go about it now.
Okay, yeah, there's a lot. I like to say there's a lot of perspectives on this world, so you don't know what somebody's gonna feel more than somebody else is gonna feel. So you just kind of like, all right, this is coming to me now. Let me say it, and
Mhm.
someone feels more about this than something else. Hey, at least they're feeling something.
Feel
It's
me?
a
You
good
get it?
yeah, let's talk about a little bit, the concept behind art.
Mhm.
Um, where did that come for to you, and why did you decide to go in this direction? Because, like I said, it's almost like pinpointed, like, it's the project is 10 minutes long, you're just out there, it's like surgical. Like, you're in, you're out, you got fire beats, fire collaboration, fire bars, you're like, "This is what I got for y'all." Where'd that come from?
So to be honest, bro, the original whole conceptualization of everything, it came like 6, 7 years ago through the
Mm,
title being allegory reflection therapy. And it was actually another project I was kind of working on. And the allegory part really being the part where it's an image or a poem or something creative that presents a story that is kind of like hidden behind the scenes. And once I kind of took that mindset, fast forward when I was writing to the Overcast beats that got sent to me, it felt like that. Like while I'm writing, I'm like, oh no, this feels like that. So then I'm like, well, I can repurpose this. So I took something old and then aligned with something new, and it still remained relevant for me. So that's how the whole title came about.
that's fire, that's fire. I've been thinking, recently how, like, true creativity is not, like, going out and bringing in new things, but using what you already have and figuring out a way to make that the best it can be. Like, I
Yeah,
already
yeah,
have this experience. How can I rewrite it from this slightly different perspective that I'm in further along my journey and create a whole new, like, HD picture of what, the standard definition of this was.
exactly, bro. The way I feel like real art is timeless. Whether that's
Mhm,
singing, whether that's just somebody being a poet, whether that's architecture. I feel like real art that really sticks out is gonna remain. You feel me? Like, and I think sometimes we live in such a flash in the pan type of society. I think we kind of skip on that aspect. We're like, well, nah, if you believe in what you believe in and you feel like it's strong, it'll stand the test of time.
100%, 100%. You said, A through Zion, losing gives you the illusion that you lost a dream. Personally, in this life, I'm just trying to capture as many dope experiences as possible. But in your dream, what does art kind of do for you?
For me, it gives me wings, bro. I think for me and my dream, what I started to realize is that every L truly is a lesson. Every L, you feel me? You turn them like this is a W. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I started kind of taking away with that. And once my mentality shifted to that, things just started seeming a little bit more limitless. I truly believe there's not much I can't do. Can I physically just go jump and fly like Superman? Nah. But I can still take that concept of wherever Superman is about to land, I can go land there too.
Mm, yeah, kind of like that same mentality, like using what you can do and making the best out of that. Like, you might
Exactly.
not be able to fly, but like if you were the world's fastest sprinter, you might not need to fly, right?
You
If
feel
you
what I'm
had
saying?
bars
There's
like
always
Ian Kelly, you might not need to fly. You feel me? It's that same. I say, playing the cards you're dealt, and trying to get a little bit better at that every day. So that's what that is. You mentioned Overcast. So let's talk a little bit about the collaboration. You got him on production. Got some
yes, sir.
vocals from Sunday. The visuals you put out for this project are fire. A lot of
Thank
people like see, or hear the word hip hop and think
you. Mhm.
immediately rap. But how important are the other legs of hip hop to the culture?
Very important because it's multiple layers. It's not just the rap aspect. Like even when you go back in the day, like man, when I think about like some of Tupac's greatest records, they had like singers on all the songs. You feel what I'm saying? Like there's so many different other aspects and elements to hip hop that make hip hop what it is. You can't just take the mentality as just like, no, I just gotta be pure. I'm just all hip hop, boom bap. I'm like, that's an aspect of it, but there's so many other different textures that make exactly what we're trying to do, art. And I think that concept is also what helped me in Overcast. Like it was dope that when he gave me like a this batch of beats, it wasn't just one type of sound, like he gave me a house sounding type of record and he gave me this type of sound. He gave me a beat that switched halfway in between. And I feel like that was all important, to showcase like, oh, here's the different textures of what I like to call hip hop.
Yeah, and allowed you to take hip hop into, many levels and many branches. Because like you said, I think hip hop is infinite. I think like
Real.
everything that the culture touches turns to like if it was already gold, it's platinum now. It's galaxy
Facts.
opal, whatever you want to say. Like hip hop can go anywhere. Like you can instantly tell when something's hip hop too. Like if you're a fan of the culture, you can instantly tell when something's been like hip hopified or whatever it is. You're like, oh yeah, that's been through the culture, like the dishwasher, the car wash, whatever you gotta say. That got a little bit of coding on it now. Like it's
Bounce
that much.
cool.
Got a little bit of bounce. And you've been giving your people your flowers recently too. You've been shouting them out, individual posts. What kind of drove you to, being so appreciative recently?
Man, I think just being on this journey as an artist, I think there are a lot of times to be real, bro. Well, I feel like the past couple years, I just saw a lot of artists pass away, and I
Hmm.
feel like it when that happens, you got to take that in and really acknowledge, like, man, like I should be thankful for being here and being in this space and being able to do what I do, you know. So with knowing that just on that end for myself, I'm like, well, let me give my people their flowers like now while I'm here, you know, if nobody else is gonna say it, let me tell you to you directly from like how much I appreciate this contribution to this project because it's not the same without your piece. You know, I feel like I'd be a dickhead and real egotistical just to think like, oh no, it's cool. This would have still been that even without you. It's like, well, nah, that's not the way that shit works. Like, you know, you feel me? Like what happens happens for a reason. So you gotta be appreciative of those who are on that journey with you, who give their time, give their art. Like none of these people had to do a damn thing for me, but they all showed up. And I think that's what made me be like, nah, you deserve your flowers too. And I think that the tightest part about giving people their flowers was honestly the genuine reaction back. Like, you know, that wasn't what I thought about initially, but like I could see people really like my people appreciated it. Like they were like, man, that like that meant a lot. Like, you know, there are a lot of people. I had a couple one on me hit me up was just like, man, bro, like the fact that like nobody even really ever does that, that means
Mhm.
a lot that people took the time to do that. And I'm just like, all right, well, yeah, let's give my people their flowers.
Yeah, and like you said, you don't know when anybody's gonna go, and especially like, you know, in the culture, it's like a lot of appreciation isn't always around, like people might see each other in public and dap, but after that, it's like, when's the next time we're gonna see you? And people don't know when that's gonna be the last time. So I
Hmm.
thought that the fact that you did that was really dope. And you gave a couple shout outs, so you gave Sway a happy birthday shout out. That's
Now,
facts.
bro, trust me, as I've been progressing on this journey, I do realize like where I would and would not be at without certain individuals. So just me kind of knowing that in the back of my head, it keeps me level headed, you know, because you know this shit could be stripped away at any moment. So you know you gotta be appreciative of those who can want to help at all. You know what I mean, Sway definitely one of those people. Like somebody as big as he is, he doesn't got to worry about me. You know, so they're gonna be all right with or without me. But the fact that he's investing to me as a person, even more than as an artist, but just as a person, I was like, well, nah, let me give you your love, bro, for real.
Yeah, yeah. 25 plus years in the industry, out the Bay Area, out the town, I think you've been on the platform a couple of times, right? Sway in the morning. I think you went
Yeah, I've been on
once with the
twice.
gang.
One
Yep.
time in LA, one time in New York.
Yeah, that gotta feel amazing, right? Like those experiences has gotta be things that you'll just remember forever.
Definitely. I really appreciate how Sway, he don't really coddle you. He puts you in the hot seat. He just gives you a chance to showcase in the hot seat. And I think that's the part I do appreciate the most. It's like, nah, you not only you gonna give me a shot, but you making sure that like I'm ready for my shot, you know, and I think that's important, especially on this road.
Yeah, yeah. Because if he don't do it, then the next time you hit something, something might happen and be like, "Oh, look, I put him on something he wasn't ready for." Or, "Oh, like, I bigged him up," and it's like, "Damn, now people are looking at me crazy," or something,
Mhm.
I'm sure it's all love, but, yeah, this is another surgical one, I appreciate you for coming on, doing your thing again, having this conversation with me. Those are the questions I have for you. If you wanna leave the people with something, now is your time to do it.
Okay. Well, first I want to say shout out to you, bruh, because honestly, we need more stuff like this. We need more people who are actually passionate about getting to know artists, getting to know their story, really diving in depth into that. So I actually thank you and your thoroughness. That is very appreciated. But
Uh,
what I got coming out, man, I actually got some singles I'm about to drop soon, very soon, which should also lead to a summer project that I want to just kind of give people. I got a batch of Lucy's, but putting them all together in a creative way. And then I got a couple other projects in the tank too. I got a project with Warriors DJ D Sharp. Me and him been
okay.
cooking, finalizing that, and me and the homie named Tico. We got a project, and we're finalizing that too. So I'm excited for the last part of the year, man. Like there's not gonna be any slowdown for me. So like yeah, that's what we coming with.
Okay, and you and MacArthur Maze just dropped, right?
And me and MacArthur Mays, bro, I'm in y'all head, okay? I'm in y'all grill. You will not get rid of my face in the year 2024. Y'all gonna keep seeing me. MacArthur Mays, for surely. Me and the brothers, we just dropped a project called The Maze Project,
Mhm.
MAIZE. It has Jane Hancock featured on it a couple times. Project entirely produced by the homie named Noble. It's a dope project. I like the sounds of it. Hopefully you love the sounds of it too. And I say go check that out, man.
It is what it is. Ian Kelly's 6'5" show. We signing out, bro. That's peace and love. Peace.
So